Hey, Bud Royce here from CaparisonForum.com. Just hanging out here at my shop at BRL Guitar Works. Just finished working on a Caparison Dellinger Pro Trans Rose for MichaelG on the forum. He sent it in to have the premium package done, plus have some other work done. Mike, if you're watching this video, which I'm pretty sure you are, here's what's going on with your guitar. Your pickups have been changed as per your request. We have a DiMarzio chopper on here. We have a Motor City something or other that you sent in. That's what is that again? Oh yeah, that's a bare knuckle painkiller in there. Everything else is more or less stock. Switch is stock. Volume stock. What isn't stock is we added the coil. We moved the coil tap from the tone pot to the switch like you asked for, and what we've done is we've actually taken the tone pot and actually made it a direct switch. So what happens is right now the volume is kind of low, and then we put the direct switch, and that's the humbucker going straight out. So that's full volume, nothing going on. So this does not do anything anymore. So we hit that, we'll turn that down, hit that, volume's cut. The nice thing about this is, let's say you're on your drive channel on your amp, you get a pretty decent or nice clean sound, and all of a sudden you want distortion, a whole lot of distortion. You could switch amps, but if you got an amp like mine, where it's basically just a single channel JCM 800 type amp, that's not really possible. The solution, you get your clean tone going, and then you hit the direct switch. That basically takes care of that. The coil tap here is active on the humbucker, so what happens is that if you have it active, it's still, and you have the direct switch going, you get the direct coil cut. Otherwise, it's a full humbucker in series. About it. Time to turn that off. In addition to that, we basically also redid all the fret work on there. The fret ends have been taken care of as usual. They're nicely rounded as part of the premium pack. Your fretboard edge has also been rolled over. So what happens is the fretboard edge, along with the rounded fret ends, I should say, actually, they actually give you that really broken-in, worn-in feel. The fret edges from frets 12 to 24 actually have my edge scalloping. I'm pretty sure I did that on your Horus as well. But basically what that is if you look at it really closely there, you can actually see that it's kind of scalloped on there, but it's not. The frets aren't really scalloped. What it is that we left the fretboard as it was, but we scalloped just the edges, because what happens is that one of the most comfortable things about playing on a scalloped neck is just that when you're playing up high up here, you don't feel that fretboard hit against your finger, and this gives you that same effect without actually having to lose any more wood off the fretboard, because then here we'd be losing those cool clock inlays. We've also done the neck on this, so what happens is that we basically did the velvet neck back mod that we do here. So the original neck finish has been stripped off. We've re-oiled it and given it a wax finish as well. So in the end, you have this really super smooth finish, kind of in between a Carvin oiled neck or a Sir oiled neck and the Ernie Ball Music Man waxed neck. Basically, same thing. I just do it a little differently. Also, we've also done the brass block upgrade. That typically, compared to your stock block, actually gives you a lot more lower mids to your tone. It basically shifts your EQ curve a little bit. It kills off some of that other really unwanted high frequencies and just gives you a much wanted lower mid for the extra amount of growl. Arming adjuster there, I'm pretty sure you're used to it, but basically for all those watching this video who have never seen this before, this is actually a trem setter from ESP, not really sold over here. What it's supposed to do is just basically act like an Ibanez backstop or something. But one of the interesting things is that it also boosts your tone quite a bit. It's like having one of these things installed is kind of like giving your guitar an EQ pedal of some sort and cranking everything into 11 or 12. It just gives you a boost in the overall thing. One thing you'll notice is that we actually have 4 springs on this guitar. While that may not sound strange, I should tell you that this guitar is set for a set of 9 to 46s, so that's actually a very light gauge string, and you would normally never use 4 springs, especially at this high tension. But in reality, these are actually not your standard springs. What these actually are, these are the brand new a new product I just brought in. It's the ESP Tremolo Tone Springs. And what these do is that they basically manage to make a spring that was lower tension, so you can actually use more springs and get the same tension as you would for 2 or 3 springs. So what happens is that on a guitar like this, where you actually have a Floyd Rose, you can actually get the same tone you would get on it as you would off a Strat, where you would be using 4 or 5 springs, but still have full trem use. Because I mean, here I'm holding the camera, and this is just my hand pushing down on the trem. That's really easy. I'm not putting much force on it. That's buttery smooth right now. One nice thing about this is that a lot of guys, they'll buy these things, buy this ESP Arming Adjuster, and say that you basically lose the flutter. It is true, but it isn't at the same time, because it comes into how you set it up. I actually have this one set up so it's actually fairly loose. So what happens, it's kind of hard to see, but if we I'm going to move the trem a little bit over here. So if I move the trem a little bit, bend it back a little, you'll notice that the trem, the end piece, shifts a little bit, and that's with me putting bare minimal pressure. So what that means is that with the way it's set up, I actually still have all the benefits I would normally get, that I would normally want from the ESP Arming Adjuster, without the actual trem stability, but still be able to do my flutters. I'm not really good at it, but I can probably show you just to prove that it can. Basically, that's it. I really suck at this. I'm a guitar tech. I don't really play guitar too well. That's why I fix guitars, not play them. But we'll turn that off. But yeah, that's really more or less your guitar. Killer guitar. I love this thing. I love the finish. I should actually get one of these for myself one day. If you ever want to sell it, let me know. For everyone else watching this video, because you probably are, because I put it on YouTube by now. Yeah, if anyone's interested in the Caparison, or if you guys ever want a guitar that's done up for the premium package, I can probably wing that. I normally don't do that for guitars that aren't purchased from me, but every once in a while I can probably wing one, depending on how much time I have left. But yeah, that's it. My apologies for my crappy English. I've been up since 2 o'clock in the morning working on stuff, and yeah. That's about it. If you have any questions, just ask. Email is info@brlguitars.com, or you can come see me at caparisonforum.com, and we can shoot the. I was going to say shoot the, but I don't think that's appropriate. But anyways, bye bye.